It all starts with a story, a tale whispered through generations, a legend that has captivated imaginations for centuries. Plato's story. A narrative so compelling it blurs the line between history and myth. In 360 BC, Plato, the renowned Greek philosopher, wrote about Atlantis, a mighty island nation, a civilization of unparalleled power and grandeur, ultimately lost to time and swallowed by the sea. He claimed the tale came from ancient Egyptian priests, keepers of forgotten lore, not his own imagination, but a recounting of events passed down through generations of wise men. Atlantis was a superpower, a beacon of innovation and military might, its influence stretching across Europe and Africa, a dominant force in the ancient world. Plato described a civilization so advanced, with technologies and societal structures so sophisticated, it bordered on the mythical, a realm of gods and heroes brought to life. He set Atlantis just beyond the Pillars of Hercules, today's Strait of Gibraltar, marking the gateway to the unknown. This was no ordinary city, no mere collection of dwellings, but the heart of a vast empire, a center of power that commanded respect and fear. The Atlanteans clashed with ancient Athens, a conflict that would define their destiny, who Plato cast as the heroic underdogs, standing against the might of a seemingly invincible foe. The story was a warning, a cautionary tale. Power breeds arrogance, and arrogance brings ruin, a timeless lesson for all civilizations. Plato's account is rich in detail, a tapestry woven with intricate descriptions. He described the island's geography, its fertile lands and strategic location, resources and political structure, painting a vivid picture of a complex society. Kings descended from Poseidon ruled wisely, guided by divine wisdom and a sense of justice, and for generations, Atlantis thrived in harmony, a golden age of prosperity and peace. But over time their divine nature faded, the connection to their godly heritage weakened, replaced by greed and ambition, a lust for power that consumed their souls. Corruption crept in, poisoning the very foundations of their society, and the gods watched with growing dismay as Atlantis lost its way, straying from the path of righteousness. The turning point, the moment of no return, Atlantis waged an unjust war, fueled by arrogance and a thirst for conquest, seeking to conquer more of the world to impose their will upon weaker nations. This act of hubris was the final straw, the ultimate transgression against the divine order. The gods, led by Zeus, the king of Olympus, gathered to judge the fallen kingdom, to decide its fate and deliver their verdict. What followed was not a slow decline, a gradual fading into obscurity, but a sudden, catastrophic end, a swift and merciless punishment. The once great civilization had forgotten its origins, its connection to the divine. Their ambition doomed them, sealing their fate and condemning them to oblivion. The punishment would be total, utter annihilation, a complete erasure from the face of the earth. Atlantis would vanish, swallowed by the waves, leaving only a legend, a haunting reminder of the perils of unchecked power. And so, the stage was set for the greatest disappearance in history, a mystery that continues to intrigue and inspire us to this day. The end came swiftly, a cataclysm of unimaginable scale. One day under the sun's golden gaze, one night beneath a sky ripped asunder by storms, and Atlantis was gone, swallowed by the unforgiving sea. Plato describes earthquakes and floods, a dual assault from the earth and the heavens, a deluge that swallowed the island whole, erasing it from the face of the earth. The city, a beacon of civilization, its people, vibrant and full of life. Its wonders all vanished beneath the waves, leaving behind only whispers and legends. The Atlantic became a grave, a watery tomb for a lost world, its secrets buried in mud and silence, guarded by the crushing depths. Imagine the terror, the sheer panic as the world crumbled, the ground splitting, foundations failing, the very earth betraying its inhabitants. The sky darkening, choked with ash and the fury of the storm. The ocean rising, an unstoppable force of nature consuming all in its path. In an instant, a civilization at its peak was erased, its legacy plunged into the abyss. This sudden disappearance, this complete annihilation, is what makes the legend so haunting, so enduring in the human imagination. Was Plato's story a fable about hubris, a cautionary tale of pride before the fall, or a memory of real catastrophe, a distorted echo of a historical event? Some say it's pure myth, a fanciful invention to illustrate a philosophical point. Others believe there's a kernel of truth, a spark of reality hidden within the legend's elaborate details. The search for that truth, for tangible evidence of Atlantis' existence. drives explorers and dreamers even now, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the quest to uncover the past. After Atlantis sank, silence followed, a profound and unsettling quiet. The world forgot its greatest civilization, or perhaps chose to forget, overwhelmed by the scale of the disaster. Except for Plato's account, a single thread connecting us to a lost world. Without his words, Atlantis would be lost to memory, swallowed by the same oblivion that claimed the city itself. The idea that a continent could vanish, swallowed whole by the ocean's depths, is deeply unsettling, a chilling reminder of the power of nature. It reminds us of nature's power, its capacity for both creation and destruction, and our own fragility, our vulnerability in the face of such immense forces. The mystery endures, beckoning us to explore the unknown. Was Atlantis a warning, a prophecy unheeded, or a record of disaster, a testament to the impermanence of all things? We may never know, the truth lost to the depths, but the legend persists, a siren's call to the curious. Atlantis became a ghost, a phantom city haunting the dreams of humanity, a forbidden zone guarded by treacherous currents and the weight of the ocean, a riddle for the ages, an enigma wrapped in mystery and shrouded in the deep blue sea. And so, the search began, and continues to this day. Plato, the renowned philosopher, meticulously painted Atlantis as a marvel of design and engineering, a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. He described a civilization that had achieved unparalleled heights in both technology and artistry. The capital city, a hub of activity and innovation, stood proudly on a hill, encircled by concentric rings of land and water, a deliberate design, resembling a giant bullseye, showcasing their advanced understanding of urban planning. Intricate canals, sturdy bridges, and a grand harbor seamlessly connected the city to the vast sea, facilitating trade and communication. Ships from distant lands, laden with goods and treasures, sailed straight into its bustling heart, a testament to its global influence. The city's formidable walls gleamed with the luster of brass, tin, and the mysterious orichalcum, a metal far more precious and revered than even gold, hinting at their mastery of metallurgy. At its very center stood a magnificent temple dedicated to Poseidon, crowned with shimmering gold and gleaming silver, housing a colossal statue of the god, a symbol of their devotion and power. Atlantis was more than just a city. It was a paradise, lush forests teeming with life, fertile plains stretching as far as the eye could see, and abundant resources that sustained its thriving population. Natural hot and cold springs fed elaborate baths, providing relaxation and rejuvenation. The land, blessed with fertile soil, yielded 2 bountiful harvests a year. Even majestic elephants roamed freely across its verdant fields, adding to the land's exotic allure. It was a truly self-sufficient utopia, a society that had seemingly achieved perfection, blessed and favored by the gods themselves. This breathtaking vision of perfection only serves to make its ultimate loss all the more profoundly tragic. Atlantis, in our collective imagination, represents a lost golden age, a paradise lost to the depths, a paradise we desperately long to rediscover and understand. That's precisely why its enduring legend continues to captivate and inspire us generation after generation. Who were the Atlanteans? Plato described them as wise, virtuous, and semi-divine. They valued goodness over wealth, living in harmony and justice. Their engineering and technology were centuries ahead of their time. 10 kingdoms ruled by Poseidon's descendants formed a powerful federation. Their society was prosperous, organized, and vibrant art, music, and philosophy flourished. But perfection faded. As their divine heritage weakened, greed and ambition took hold. They turned to conquest, abandoning virtue for power. Their moral decay angered the gods and sealed their fate. Atlantis fell not just to disaster but to its own hubris. Since Plato, the hunt for Atlantis has never stopped. For centuries it was a philosophical puzzle, then a real-world treasure hunt. The main clue, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, the Atlantic Ocean. The idea of a lost, advanced civilization challenges everything we know about history. The search has drawn archaeologists, adventurers, and dreamers alike. Modern technology, sonar, submersibles, satellites, has taken the quest to new depths. Every discovery renews hope that Atlantis might be found. But it's more than a search for gold. It's a search for a lost paradise. Atlantis is a mirror for our hopes and fears, a symbol of what we could be and what we could lose. The quest is as much about ourselves as it is about the past. The legend drives us to explore, to wonder, to dream, and so the search continues. If Atlantis was real, where did it go? The leading theory points to Santorini, ancient Thera, destroyed by a massive eruption. The Minoan civilization's sudden collapse echoes Plato's tale. But Plato placed Atlantis in the Atlantic, and his timeline is much older. Other theories point to the Azores, the Bahamas Bimini Road, even Antarctica or Spain. Each location has its champions, and its critics. The lack of proof keeps the mystery alive. Atlantis is a blank canvas for our imagination. Every new theory fuels debate, hope, and obsession. The legend persists because we want it to be true, and so the puzzle remains unsolved. We stand at the water's edge, still searching for Atlantis. The story has endured for over 2,000 years, but proof remains elusive. Was Plato a historian or a master storyteller? Without new evidence, the debate will go on. If we did find Atlantis, it would change everything we know about our past. But perhaps the real power of the legend is in the questions it asks, and the dreams it inspires. The mystery endures, and the ocean keeps its secrets. For now.